hi, I guess. To I don't know. To me, I guess it's just really hello to me whenever I end up watching this again, right? But um, I ran a race recently. No, but it's just a hot chocolate race, the hot Chicago hot chocolate race 5K. So nothing really crazy, right? But it was my first race I've ran. It's my first race I've ran, and it felt really, really good. It felt really good throughout the whole thing. I trained for it. Shout out to my guy Aaron for putting me on. He hit me like, "Yo, you trying to do this?" And I was just like, "Yeah, why not? Why not?" I hit my girl. I'm like, "Hey, you want to run this with me?" She was like, "Yeah." So we just kind of stepped up and did it, right. But it wasn't just it wasn't just like some like, "Oh yeah, I guess I'll do it." And it was in like the next day. I mean, we trained for it, right? I trained for it because I was never a runner like that. I ran obviously before, but I was never like a runner. I wasn't running miles. So definitely dedicated some time to it. Built up the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 miles just to get used to that, just to get my breath under control, my legs and stronger in that way. And it felt really good. It felt really good just being able to dedicate the time, And my goal wasn't even to, come out on top. I knew I wasn't going to. I knew I wasn't going to be the fastest. I knew I wasn't going to win the race. That was never the goal. But my goal was to do my best, right? To run my fastest that I could, push myself. And one of the big ones, I didn't want to stop running. I didn't want to like stop for water. I just wanted to push through, all that stuff. I wanted to try to up my pace as the miles came and, really, really try to just, make it harder for myself in a good way, And I did that. And like I said, I had no worry. I didn't feel any way about knowing I wasn't going to come out on top and be number one. I knew I wasn't, right, and that was okay. And it felt great. I wasn't as tired as I thought I would be. Right, here's a clip of it after the fact.
Need some water. I gotta go to the bathroom. I gotta eat. I gotta do everything.
So obviously, super tired. I'm breathing heavy, but in the moment, I was like, "Wow, this is not as bad as I thought it would be. Definitely not as bad as I thought it was going to be," which felt really good. And then I started thinking, knowing I knew I wasn't gonna be number one, knowing knew I wasn't going to run the race or win the race. Sorry, but and being okay with that, and knowing that as long as I try my best, and as long as I come out on top in my mind, right, that's okay. That's what I'm shooting for. And why am I not feeling that way in other things in my life, whether it's career oriented, whether it's starting a new hobby, learning a new skill, doing anything, right? I think a lot of times, and I don't even know the answer to that. I would guess I've really just been kind of playing around with that in my head of just, why do I feel this way? And why was it so easy for me to do it on the race? I have no idea. It could be what I talked about in my first video about like feeling like locked in the potential and not wanting to escape that, and or building up these huge mountains of like, this is what I want to do, and I'm watching an expert do it, or I'm watching someone who's been practicing for a long time, and I'm like, that's what I want to do. And then when it takes longer, or I'm not picking up as fast, or whatever the case is, then I get discouraged and I get frustrated, because I want to do this, and like that's the only thing that's acceptable, is the top, is the expert. But again, it's like, they've dedicated so much time to that, and it's obvious I'm not going to be that good right off the bat. I know that. But I, for some reason, put those expectations on myself. But I did not do that for the race. And so that's what I've been trying to figure out. I don't know why, but that's something I've been thinking about. But again, like I said, it felt great to run the race. It really did. And I was really happy for myself, for my girlfriend, for my guys, that ran it with me. It was a really good time. So I'm really glad I did it. And I plan on doing more in the future, next year. Be great to get like a half marathon in, marathon, maybe. Hey, let me know. If you know any run clubs, let me know. No, but it felt good. Other than that, I've been doing a lot. I've been trying to do a lot, trying to progress, right? I finished the book. Finished the book Dark Matter is amazing read. I was every page I was like, oh my god, it was great. I'm starting another book here, boom, Hail Mary. So I'm looking forward to this. I've gotten like 5 pages in, gripping so far. But yeah, so I've been reading. I've been able to finish that. That was really nice. If anybody watches this and has any book recommendations, let me know. That'd be great. I'd love to get more recs, right? I've been applying to schools. Haven't heard anything back yet, so I'm waiting on that. But I'm not even just waiting, right? I still want to, like I said, I'm hungry to learn. I want to learn. So I'm looking to take some certifications in the meantime until those schools hit me back. And if I don't get accepted, cool. I'm going to keep applying, but I'm going to keep progressing forward anyway. I'm not going to let anything of these things stop me, right? And I think that's the biggest thing, is not trying to be stagnant in my life and not being like, oh man, this didn't work out. So now what? Now I can't even move. But it's like, no, like if this doesn't work out, pivot, boom. If this doesn't work out, pivot, boom. Like you're going to figure it out. And just kind of keep that mentality. And that's the biggest thing. I've been applying to jobs. Like again, I'm just trying to make sure I'm putting myself in the best position. And have I been doing the best job of it? No, absolutely not. Could I be doing more? Yes, absolutely. But just having that awareness that I could be doing more and not being comfortable with where I've been, I think that's the biggest thing. It's definitely the biggest thing. I've talked to my guys about it. I've talked to my girl about it, and just them keeping me accountable, me keeping them accountable, and whatever they're trying to do, and trying to create that group of people that you want to really be around is a big thing for me. And I'm also trying to be that person. I don't want to be the person that's like, man, like every time I'm around this dude, like it brings me down. Definitely not. So I'm always trying to push myself forward and make sure I'm giving that same energy to my people around me. And so that's what I've been up to. If you're watching this, really appreciate it. If you're not watching it, that's cool. I mean, you're never gonna see this anyway, right? But yeah, this is just an update on what I've been doing, what I've been going through, what I've been living. So I think this is episode 3. I don't know. Either way, thank you.